Let's see, spread throughout all the earth, man. And so this is what's going to happen in America, Exodus 9 and 16. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up, for to show thee in my power, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. All right, so the Lord lifted up Pharaoh in old time. Yahweh Shem Yahweh lifted up Pharaoh in old time because Egypt was a very powerful country back then in that time, you know, in the whole earth. All right. And the Most High showed his power through Egyptians. He didn't save them, you know. He led them into the Red Sea and basically allowed the sea to consume the Egyptian soldiers. All right, and he allowed his people to get through. And so in the same way, when the Lord delivered the Israelites out of Egypt, it's the same way the Most High is going to deliver the elect out of America. All right, and then the Most High is going to show His power through America, through the world, through Babylon the Great, known in the scriptures. All right, but we've been spread throughout the sands of the sea, the Israelite people, and that's why we come in all different shapes and sizes. But we all have one thing in common: we have the spirit and essence of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Whether we be privy to it or not, that's the thing, because you have the other portion of the nation of Israel that's disobedient. They're antichrist. They're anti-listening. They don't want to listen. You know, they want to live their lives in an antichrist society under Esau, Edom, these self-proclaimed white people, and these other heathen nations. They're comfortable here. That's what it comes down to. I mean, you know, they get their little job, their little 9 to 5, and you know they're comfortable, man. You know, this place is a lulling vibration to it, especially in America. This is where you are. This is where I am. You know, but in these Edomites, they do that shit on purpose, though. You know, they spray the cities with their anti anxiety fucking spray, and it murders people. You know, it's a chemical weapon. You know, so that they are the sons of perdition. These so-called white people. You know, they spray even the lower portion of their people, their own people. You know, and they're in control of the earth today. The Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and DuPonts, man. The Most High is going to show His power through them. He's allowed them to establish their country and establish themselves. All right, let's examine Job 9 and 24. You know, because this is a story. It's precept upon precept, precept on precept, precept upon precept. Here a little there though. So stick with me. I'm gonna show you the story, man. Um, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You know, and this isn't me. This is all to do with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, that's what it comes down to. That's life. I took a breath. I moved my arm, you know, to make this phone operate and controlled it. And the Most High allowed for me to do that because He is life. He allowed for me to take a breath. And in that essence, you know, that's how the Most High observes everything, because everything we do on the footstool, all right, underneath Him, can be observed by Him. All right. And so He's been viewing the world as it is this whole time, in the status of evil and status of wickedness that it's been allowed to be. Just like the Most High allowed Pharaoh to oppress the Israelites back in the Egyptian captivity. You know, we were in physical captivity. We were literally in chains. We were literally being forced to work certain hours of the day in physical mandate, like by whip and by taskmaster. All right, and that's physical. You know, and in a lot of ways, we're still in that same situation today, but we're in a spiritual captivity today. All right, and in the same ways, we're just like that in Egypt, where it's not so much physical, but it's spiritual. You know, Esau hits your pockets, man. Esau hits your family unit. He attacks you to the television. He attacks you to the air. He attacks you in your existence and your vibration through your woman. You know, sides with your woman, so that got your woman got her tripping on you. You know, got her tripping on the idea of fucking with you. You know what I mean? And so this is procreation of society. This is what has been perpetuated amongst the earth. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, or the judges being the true interpreters of the world and the things that are in the earth and what's what. So, like, if you want to understand what that means, like, who's telling you what it is right now? And ultimately, it's going to be through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, through the elder apostles of Great Millstone, through my mouth and my vessel now, because we ain't shit. We're witnesses, man. We're 144,000 hopeful witnesses, man. And I tremble at that statement because, we're hopeful, man. We just hope that the Most High will purchase his elect back through Yahushai, whoever they may be, in the consistency of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And those are the only people that fit the biblical identity outline and imagery. When you take these scriptures, it says it's covered the faces of the judges. The judges are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's us. But the real judges are the elder apostles at Great Millstone and the elders around the world that teach Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right. What does that mean, teach Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai? That's what it means, is the Lord. We teach everything of him. And when you come in that name and you come in that energy and you come in that vibration, you can only be coming in 100% truth. There's just no other way that the Lord will allow you to represent him and not becoming genuine. You know what I mean? And, a part of this family, man, we just got to understand that all we got to do is try. And that's genuine, and that we made an attempt as so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to return to the law, statutes, and commandments, this covenant, the laws of old, and recognize that America is not for us, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's not for us to represent these fucking paganistic holidays, That's what they got us worshiping in these holidays. We had just got through Christmas and then Thanksgiving and the wicked Samhain and Halloween Day. These are all forms of paganistic and European so-called self-proclaimed Caucasian ideologies, man. And what they all mostly accumulate and come down to is the worship of themselves and the worship of their own creations, all right, in their own hands. Because that's the vanity of man, and that's the vanity of the devil, is to possess a man to believe that he himself is better than his creator. And that is the entire embodiment of these so-called Edomites, man. Or not so-called, they are Edomites, so-called Caucasians, all right? And so it's been the responsibility of the elder apostles of Great Millstone and ultimately Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to reveal unto the entire nation of people, this everybody that declares himself so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, to recognize these truths about life that we live in, that we've been taught, that ain't lining up with the truths of just common sense, man, and opening the book and dealing with the possibility that you were taught incorrectly in an American school, and the possibility that you were taught propaganda to a certain extent or another by an entity in a government that's ultimately been allowed to prosper for centuries, man. And that's these wicked elites, man. They've been allowed to prosper for centuries. They are the instrument of the Most High, of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. As Israelites, we need to understand that they are the cruel, necessary but cruel extent of the power of the Most High. And that's to be feared. Because they're still in power over us now, even though Armageddon has yet to come about us. But we know Armageddon is soon, because the regeneration of this understanding would not have been given to us the way it has right now through the elder apostles of Great Millstone, unless Armageddon was near, unless Yahushai was on the horizon. These are the things we have hope in, have faith in, all right? But the judges are covered, all right? So the world doesn't know who the real ministers of the Most High are, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Apparently, we're just the degenerates of society. That's what white supremacist society would have you think. All because it comes down to enmity. All because it comes down to jealousy and envy. And it goes back to a very simple story in the beginning. And that beginning starts in Genesis, the 25th chapter. And that, tells you of Jacob and Esau. Esau ultimately deriving a envious hatred for his brother Jacob because of his fair loss of his birthright, been forfeited by Esau, and by his own word of mouth, and by his own witness of the Most High. The Most High witnessed him to be unworthy of it, and so that's why Jacob was, and that's the fourth forefather of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, was allowed to usurp that from Esau, Edom. All right, which today would be these self-proclaimed Caucasians. All right, they are the wicked thereof. They've been given control of society. They've told the world that they are the true kings of the world, that they are to be trusted, and that their society is law and supreme. America has established its judicial system, which has been propagated to eliminate minorities in entirety, all right, by the prison system, by default, and by their system. That's exactly what it is, man. And the system is set up to be just that, against the Israelites, against the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, because we're the true people of the Lord, and they're the wicked, man, in reference to that. So, and let's go back to Jeremiah 21, and then we'll end it there, which says a way of life and a way of death, man. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Hopefully this examination was edifying to the spirit. Satan's been really, really trying to overthrow me, being in this truth, man. That's the last thing they want us to do, is to do what we're doing, which is believe, man. All we got to do is believe. And when we ourselves exist in the format and vibration of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the Most High will make these prophecies come to pass, man. All we have to do is believe that we are the Lord's people, that He is the Creator, that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is their name, and that they are the true authors, and to be given credit over all that we know as life. All right. And ended here, Jeremiah 21 and 8, and it says, and unto this people thou shalt say, thus saith the Lord, behold, I set before you the way of life and the way of death. So if you choose to stay in America, and you choose to be a part of a system that's ultimately set up against you and all your people and your whole family and everything that will come after you, then you will be labeled as an enemy of the Most High. And by result, when Armageddon comes upon us, the day of the Lord comes upon all of us, which the day of the Lord will come soon, is coming soon, for all to bear witness to. We shall all bear witness to the truth, man. We will all be made held accountable for our choices, man, in this game of life, man, in this story of life. Hopefully this was edifying to the true brothers in the ministry and in the faith. I salute you and encourage you to continue on in Yahweh Shem Yahushua HaMashiach and in the ministry. And I confirm you in the spirit, and confirm that the elder apostles of Great Millstone are the true advocates of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And I confirm to the Lord that I believe through the ministers of Great Millstone, and I believe unto the names Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And with that, I'll say Shalom.